Namaste. Today I'm here to share with you Jal Neti, a purification process which in yoga we call Kriya. And this particular Kriya practice is called Jal Neti. We use this pot to fill it with some warm water and some salt, and we pour it through the nasal passageway. So this practice is particularly good for curing allergies. It's also good for our immunity. It helps to balance our lunar and solar energies, which, as you know, is what Akanda yoga is all about. Particularly, it's actually hatha yoga, is for balancing the lunar and solar energies, and Akanda yoga is a form of hatha yoga. Ha is the sun, ta is the moon. So we have these sun and moon energies within our system, and when we clear the nasal passage, it allows us to breathe freely through each nostril. If you just take a moment right now to notice if one of your nostrils is blocked, close your eyes and just breathe. Maybe cover one nostril and breathe through the other, and try the other side. So your left nostril is your lunar side and your right nostril is your solar side. The lunar side is the side that receives, that is calming and cooling, and the solar side is the side that gives, is more active and is heating and activating, energizing. So, getting into the practice. Today I'm going to use this bowl to demonstrate for you, so you're in for a treat today. Normally I would do this first thing in the morning. This is my first practice in the morning, and it's done over the sink in the bathroom. So I'd just like to also give you some advice on how to do that. So when you're doing it in the bathroom, you want to stand by your sink, bring some distance between your feet, bend your knees, draw your tummy in and hinge from the hips. So you'll have your head over the sink here, okay? And that just protects your lower back. So yeah, I'm going to do it here. And what I've got today is 1 litre of warm water, around 37 degrees. To do this, I boil the kettle and fill it up about halfway, or maybe just a third, and then fill the rest with cold water. This was actually sitting for a while, this kettle, so I put a bit more of that water because it wasn't actually boiling, but when it's boiling you only need a little bit, and then some filtered water. Make sure it's clean, purified water. Okay, and then you put 1 teaspoon of pink Himalayan salt or rock salt. I don't advise to use sea salt, okay? It has to be really pure rock salt. And there are many different types of rock salts that you can get. This is an Indian practice, so they obviously used to practice with the salt that came from their land. So this pink Himalayan salt comes from the Himalayas, so it's nice to use that. Okay, you want to have some oil. You could have coconut oil, you could have mustard seed oil, you could have sesame oil, olive oil. You could have any type of oil that suits you, and you're going to use that on your nostrils at the end. Okay. So I still have the one that I got given by my teacher originally, which is the same one that we get given in the ashram. So it's really small. You can get bigger ones, you can get fancy ones. Feel free to go all out and get a fancy one. So I'm going to fill this up just about a third of the way. 3/4, sorry. Good maths. Now this is a mirror image, right? So this is my left nostril. Okay, so we're going to put the spout into the nostril. I'm actually going to stand because I have never done this sitting before, so I don't really know how to. So you stand and you put this in the nostrils. So as the water pours through, you're going to breathe through your mouth. If you breathe through your nose, it won't work. So you have to breathe through your mouth. So it's really attractive. And it clears out any gunk and just cleanses. So we start on the left side. This is the lunar side. I believe that's because this is the receiving side. So I'm not sure, we never were told, but for some reason you start on the lunar side. I don't know why, sorry, but that's what you do. And yeah, it's important not to tip your head forwards because the water will come to the front here, and it's important not to tip it back because you'll feel it will go down your throat. So you get it just right. It takes a bit of practice sometimes you get it straight away. And one more thing, after you have poured the water through, you're going to blow your nose. Without touching the nose, you just into the bowl. Okay, so I'm going to demo that for you as well. So lucky. Okay, pop it in. Make sure you breathe through your mouth, and I like to close my eyes. Okay, so it's important that you don't press the nostril to blow because you can damage your ears. So that was my left. So now I'm going to do the right side. So now I'm going to do the right side. So now I put some oil. I've done a short demonstration. You would do the full jug, you'd do 2 on each side. I just did 1 because you don't want to watch that all day long. So now just melt a bit of coconut oil. I've got quite a lot there. Nice thing about this is you can just rub it into your hands as well or wherever. So coconut oil around the rim of your nostrils. Yummy. Coconut oil is really nice for when you've not had your fingers up your nose, you know, when you clean them, to put a little bit on your collarbone, yeah, they're collarbones, aren't they? Cheekbones, collarbones, cheekbones, and it gives you a glow. So, a little bit on your lips. You can do this practice in the evening as well, but you should not do this straight before you go to bed. It should be at least an hour before you go to bed, just because it kind of wakes you up as well. It's cleansing, purifying, so you can do it an hour before you go to bed. At night time you might like to cover your hair in oil and coconut oil and your body and everything. Oil yourself, it's very nice. Okay. I hope you enjoyed that tutorial. If you have any questions, let me know. And I'll just give you a few precautions before you go. So if you have an infection in your ear, don't do this. If you have broken nasal membranes, if you have a blocked nose, don't do this. And don't do this just before you go to bed, like I said. Okay, so if you have a bad cold, then it's a tricky one, because you know, my little brother, he had like an incredibly challenging blocked nasal passages, and I actually got him to start doing this, but we just put a lot of salt into the water, because then the salt really just melts away all of the gunk. So if you're really suffering and you've got a lot of blockage, then you can put more salt water in and just start to help it to move. But they do say not to do it when you've got a cold, okay? But if you've just got a really blocked nose from allergies and it's all bunged up, then you can do like quite a lot of salt water. That's okay, just to get you started. All right, so I hope that you've enjoyed this video, and if you have any comments, then just let me know. Comment in this group on here, and let me know if there's anything else that you would like to see or learn about yoga, and I will be happy to record a video for you. Alright, thank you family, love you all lots, namaste.